One thing I love about the universe is alignment. Yeah, I love alignment. Yesterday we had somebody on the show, and we've had this person on the show before. Unfortunately, last time they were intoxicated in that vicinity. This time around, when I saw that they were acting right, I allowed them to have a voice. Because hey, why not? And what was interesting to me was everything that they were saying. Nothing they were saying was surprising me. But I did do some research, and this person is a manosphere, passport bro. So he had a bit of a celebrity on the show yesterday. Yeah, knee slap. What is interesting is people. People are interesting. People are intriguing to me when you sit down and talk to them and you get into their head and you get into their lives, not in their head, but more that they're thinking and you get into their lives. And he talked about his poly relationship with all white women. And even when I asked him about a black woman, he was like, sure, a black woman could be in a relationship, but what black woman's going to sign up to be number four? I said, nah, but if she do, I'm going to side eye her. Because I will, I will side eye her. You know, she has the intentions of knocking everybody out the park. And I would like to be there to see how she does it. But that's just me. Right? Then I looked at this. Manosphere, passport bro, is no different than a divested black woman. It is still a concept in white supremacy, where white supremacy is in control of everything, that they still want white. And this still, to me, comes to a regional thing. Why do I say this? If you go and you live up in the cities, we know that there's culture, there's different nationalities, there's something there other than American, and not Americanized foreigners, actually foreigners. And you get around these people, or you live amongst them, or you live with them, or you work with them, or however, maybe date them, you see how different they are from just American culture in general, how they are in their friendships, how they are to each other, how they are to people, how they think about society, how they think as a whole. That's what you see. You see how people who are foreign are also, they praise intelligence degrees in these different things. They praise that. So I want to make that clear. I know anyone who's listened to me when I was speaking about the typical black woman and I said her degrees and stuff, I was not saying that to be condescending because I'm all about education and learning and certification. But to sit here and also listen to understand the personality of the black male who dates only black women and the black male who does not date black women at all, has no interest, no desire, no nothing for the black woman, is a very interesting thing to see. I don't get along with the black male who likes black women. Something in them does not like me at all. As you can see, the one who called me Jiffy Pop because I wear my bonnet, and I hate wearing my bonnet, but we get to that in a minute. The thing about him is he's the typical black male who does not date black women that will talk to me, even with my bonnet on. He will talk to me. You get what I'm saying? Because it is a frequency and alignment thing. I want to encourage you all to listen to that show. It's called Updated. Update. I was sitting there just doing my update, la 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 la. Pulled up in the room, and I said, "Come on, come on the panel. Let's hear what you have to say." I had a sense that he was actually in his sense. Was not, yeah, because the Bear Jew guy was like, "What up, G?" I had to give him and school him on what that means to say G, what it means to say B, O D O G. I had to give him these layouts. Okay, and then from that on the show, Clue pops up. I never asked him why he has two U's in his Clue. Now, we also spoke about being in our 40s, and he mentioned the griff, the same kind of griff. I didn't call it the griff, but the same griff that I see. But his thing is there is no race, right? That's his thing. There's no race. And you got to get out of this. And I know exactly what he was talking about because we talked about it before. You can't hold yourself to being black. You can't hold yourself to what defines being a black woman or black male or black anything and all this stuff or whatever identity that the world has given you. A lot of laws of attraction books, a lot of books of success tells you that when you have a business, your business should not identify with race and all this kind of thing. Your business should just be about the money. It should be about who wants to purchase your stuff or what is the market of the business. That conversation in itself, excuse me, still stands on what I said. Okay. And the problem is people are missing their own self reflection. People are not looking at, well, why did I attract this relationship? Why did I attract this situation? What kind of people do I attract in my life? The things that I teach y'all every single day on this platform. Every single the mic, I gotta call y'all. Hold on. The typical thing that I talk about. The thing is, everybody, no matter how you slice the pie, the American culture, because remember, he said, I am American, right? The American culture is fucked up. If you want to get into culture, the American culture is fucked up. The American culture is greedy. My 600-pound life. The American culture is ridiculous. Look at all your TV shows. The American culture is a bunch of grown children. Again, go back to the shows that everybody watches. And this is what you watch on TV. This is what you entertain. You have grown people who can't let go of their children and let them be grown and have a relationship. You have grown people who can't even keep their own relationships in or marriages. You have grown people who are in relationships and and somebody is paying for everything and this, that, and the third. So they don't even have it the confidence to choose somebody. Because see, that's the thing, that choosing word is a tricky one. They're attracting themselves, and when they attract themselves, or they're attracting something that they want to control, or whatever the case may be. Well, let's get real quick because I'm eventually have to bounce. But let's get real quick into something. I am going today, when I come back from running my errands, I am going to play a video from Clue. And I'm going to respond to it. And I will run to his channel, not run. I will go to his channel and be like, hey, I responded to one of your videos and see what he has to say. Because here's the thing. He referred to the black woman as an animal. He said the black woman is not raised to be nobody's wife. Okay. He said, and you gotta watch the video. He said that why the fuck are y'all still trying to figure this woman out? Have y'all not figured out who the fuck this woman is? This is what he said. You see, so you still have not figured out who this woman is. He said you're on your podcast, you're still talking about this shit. What are you trying to figure out about this woman in 2024? Why would the black woman be the same as any other woman when any other woman does not have the same experience as the black woman? I mean, why? Why would she? The black woman has had to be a fucking baby dump, cum dump. Then on top of that, nurture and love other people and their children. On top of that, be somebody's wife. On top of that, raise children that are hers and not her own. Do I have to keep going what the black woman has to do, has been enduring? And then she doesn't know her own semen chemical warfare against herself when she fucks the black male. She doesn't even know it. She doesn't even know how it affects her. And so therefore she becomes more dumb, more reckless, more self-hating because she's fucking him. And even if she's not those things when she fucks him, there's an anger. There's something homicidal about her underneath it all. All of this is a part of what's the making of the black. That's just the icing on the cake that I just told you about the making of the black woman. Sexually abused, bullied, and societal norms to try to society's ways of trying to make her like this monkey ape nasty looking black nigger. It's a lot of things and layers to what it is to be a black woman or to identify with being a black woman. So this is something that's the elephant in the room that can't be talked about. But this is why the divested black woman says, fuck your ancestors and fuck slavery. I don't give a fuck. I'm a bed wench. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to be on the winning side. I don't give a fuck. I admire this white woman, and this white woman for what she is, and this, that, and the third. That's what the divested black woman says. They submit to white supremacy. That's what it is. Manosphere, submitting to white supremacy, calling it alpha maleism. Divested black women, calling it zealot divestment, submitting to white supremacy, submitting to the patriarchy. That's all it is. Man. Well, you can't win. You need to just give in. But those of us who are artists and creative and black alternatives and the things that I always speak about, We're aware of blackness and black culture. Some of us have a Caribbean background, which make us a slight bit different from the American black person. Even if we were here in America, you have some kind of island background in your bloodline. You're going to be slightly different than the black American. Nothing nobody want to talk about. I never got into the manosphere, but I've heard the things that the manosphere has said. And I spelled manosphere without no sphere. Oh, mic check, mic check. All right. So, damn, that took longer than I thought. Um, this is a conversation that I can have all fucking day. It's a conversation I'm a bit exhausted having. I'd rather just write it down. But I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted because maybe it's coming with age. It's coming with age. Yeah, that's it. Exhausted. Um, I think that it just still comes into something. And it comes into frequency of intelligence, frequency of the mind, the way of life, the way one thinks. That's all it comes down to. And this is still a black male with a black American male mentality. And he said, that's why I'm with the white woman because she's loyal. But we know that the black woman is very loyal too. But who the fuck gives a fuck about being loyal to another human being? That's the real question. Who the fuck gives a fuck about being loyal to another human being? That's a choice. Okay? All of this relationship dynamics of love and all that stuff, all of that shit is other people's perception and experience that they're telling us about. And we can take it or we can leave it. Other people, God damn it, people, some people, they believe that they have the answer, right? Like I've been in my relationship for 30 years. I can tell you what it is to be in a relationship. I can tell you what it is and what it means to be this kind of partner, in a relationship. I can tell you. They believe it. They believe I am the one qualified to tell you. And someone like me says, and someone like me will say, if all you had was one relationship, then you're not qualified to tell me a goddamn thing about relationship. You can speak from the perspective of your relationship. Oh, mic check. Mic check. I just got cursed the fuck out. God damn, I got cursed out. So, their relationship and their experience, but you cannot speak for everybody in a goddamn relationship. And that is the problem that I have. That right there. And this is why these are the people who get embarrassed and exposed the most, because you don't have the answer. But you can speak for yourself because you can answer for yourself. Okay? Another thing before I go. You don't know what kind of person that person is. That person can be a fucking doormat. That person can be a complete fucking narcissist, a sociopath. That person can be highly manipulative. You just don't know. And you might get close to that person and realize that person in their life don't even love them like that. I've seen cases of that. I've seen plenty of cases of that. Person don't even love them. But they got so much to say about relationships and love. So that person can be delusional as fuck. And I mean very delusional. I think the only thing that matters are teaching people. Or this is how this is done. Or this is how you figure this out, this out, this out, this out. I think that those people matter. This is what book you can read. Those things matter to me. Even recommending a book about relationships for you to read. Those people matter to me. Okay? Okay? Anyway, I'll be back. And when I come back, I'm going to do the video response when I come back. All right, y'all.